everyone, welcome back. For me, when it was time to move to solids, I felt a bit overwhelmed. I felt like I just got the hang of breastfeeding and bottle feeding, and wham, it was time for something new, solids. So what I found was some great healthy feeding strategies for introducing solids that made my life so much easier, and I'm excited to share them with you. Number one, offer one meal a day. So this will help with the overwhelm piece for yourself, and it will allow for your baby to get used to having solids in their body. So just one time a day to start. Next, babies should always be seated for solids. My preference is a high chair because then you can sit in front of them and you get that emotional and social engagement interaction during the solid feeding. Number three, hold the spoon a few inches away from the baby's face. This will allow them to focus on the spoon to see what is happening. If you hold it too close, one, they can't see it, and two, they start to go cross-eyed trying to figure out what is going on. So give it a few inches for them to get used to that spoon coming towards their mouth. Number four, start by putting a drop of the food on their lip. They're gonna lick it and be a little curious. Then their mouth will open, and that's when the spoon comes into their mouth. Only when their mouth opens does the spoon go in. Next, only put the spoon in the baby's mouth when their mouth is open. We want to create really smart, healthy feeding strategies of cueing the baby when they want to eat and them cueing us. So when their mouth opens, the spoon goes in. No tricking the baby, no airplane, or trying to coax them to open their mouth. They decide when their mouth opens, we place the spoon in. Great healthy feeding strategies. Number six, let the baby touch and play with the food. A huge part of the solid experience is taste, texture, touch, and smell. So if we're the ones feeding the baby, they don't get an opportunity to interact with the food. We want them to explore it, to be curious. I used to cover the tray in the food. Yeah, it gets a little bit messy, but it's so great for your baby. They kind of finger paint with the food and lick their fingers. It's an excellent way for them to be introduced to new tastes and engage and interact with that food. Another thing to remember is the baby determines how fast you feed them and when they are done. We do not decide that, the baby does. If they keep opening their mouth really fast, they're cueing us. Keep it going, mom. And if they close their mouth and they're turning it and looking it away and kind of whimpering a bit, they're telling us, hey, I'm done. We want to respond to their cues and respect when they feel ready to eat and when they feel ready to be done. This next one is really important. No emotional reaction to what or how much your baby is eating. We don't want to turn the feeding process into them pleasing us or them showing us some opposition. So we don't want to say, yay, you ate it, great job, or ooh, you don't like that. That our emotional reactions will determine our baby's experience with food. So if they kind of make a weird face, you can say, oh, that's a new taste, isn't it? Or they seem really excited about food, say, I'm enjoying spending this time with you for your meal. Find other ways to respond versus kind of a good and a bad, because we want to keep that emotional experience very open for the babies. And finally, make it social. The feeding process should be fun and interactive. Sit across from your baby, sing to them, read to them, talk to them. It should be a back and forth experience for both of you. It should be enjoyable. Okay, all this talk about solids is definitely making me hungry. I'm ready for a snack. Thanks so much for joining me, and please remember, post those comments below. I would love to hear about your baby's first experience with solids. I'll see you guys next time.